Oh, good morning. How y'all doing today? I'm James, here from Warner Tactical Upgrades, and I wanted to show you guys one of the guns that I've done quite a bit of work to. Um, that's this one here. Um, if you need to know what it is, it's a SIG M18, also known as a p320 M18. Um, I'm gonna have about 30 dudes out there in the comments. Oh my God, he's got one of those guns that shoots by itself. Oh my God. Uh, look, look. I've had this gun over a year. I've done a lot of work to it, as you can see too. No mag. Gun is clear. Okay. Um, I've done lots of work to this gun. Even before that, I've carried it in a holster on my hip. I've carried it appendix where it's pointing down at my, well, you know. And I've never, not even one time, never even had an inkling that this gun was going to shoot on its own. Andy, the guy that shoots with me all the time, he's got two of them. Never had an issue with those. In fact, the one I have has a manual thumb safety. His don't. So, I mean, I've never had an issue. Not even one time. But anyway, that's an argument for another day. Let me let me go through some of the upgrades that I've done to this gun, and I've still got more that's coming that I wanted to do this one. This gun here does not look anything like it did originally. When I post this video, if I can figure out how to do it, I'm gonna put pictures up of what it looked like before and what it looks like now. Because it's gone through a lot of work, a lot of work. Okay, starting out, this gun here started its life as a regular stock M18, um, without the compensator. It had a different grip module because the way these guns are designed, you can actually change your grip module just by removing what's called the fire control unit. What they did with that is all the stuff that would normally be pinned and sprung and everything inside the gun, they brought all into a little frame that you can remove from the grip module and put it in a different one that's made for that same gun. Now, what I did with this gun, it had these ugly fat grips that had a cutout here that was designed for you to reach up, grab the magazine, pull it out. It was horrible. I mean, the grip was way fat. Like when it shot, it didn't even feel good at all. So I did some research and I found the X carry grip, which was like this one, which was the frame, but it didn't have this part right here on the front. This little extra part here that makes this almost flush. So I got that one, put it in there, and I liked it. I love the way it feels. This gun feels in the hand and shoots wonderfully, wonderfully. Um, I had it like that for a while, and then I was like, you know what? I wonder what this gun would be compensated. So I bought a barrel and compensator from Parker Mountain Machine. Those guys are awesome. They make great products. Um, I got that put on here, and the end of it stuck out. It was kind of ugly. So I did some more research, and I found out they make a full size frame. So I was like, I wonder. I ordered one, got it here, put the FCU in it, put on the slide with the comp and everything, and it just fit. It looked the part. Now there are comps out there that have an angle here, or there are some made that are shorter, which I may look into because I kind of like that. But anyway, um, I have gone inside this gun, and I I changed the springs in it. I got a master spring kit from Armory Craft. Sorry, my brain went for just a second. I did all that upgrade, and I bought a new flat trigger shoe for it because the one that was in it was curved, and it didn't feel as responsive. This one here, mixed with the springs on the inside, brought this gun to life. After that, I got a lighter recoil spring that makes the slide really easy to manipulate. It also shoots a lot faster. Um, the only downside to comps are usually you have to use a heavier grain bullet, like 115 grain is what I used to use. Now I use a 124 grain because of this gun with the comp. So I just buy it, put it in all my guns, and it works. Next thing I might do, I might add some night sights. This has night sights, but they're a little dim. Um, Unfortunately, with this M18, in order to mount an optic, you lose the rear iron sight. But I'm researching ways to be able to put that iron sight back on with the optic there. Now, for an optic, I've got a Romeo RS. This is the Pro model. It fits the fuller size guns. There's just an RS that'll fit your smaller guns, but this is made for the bigger guns. It is the same optic cut as what is native to the gun, so it fits without an adapter plate. Some guns with some optics, you got to have an adapter plate. My Mac DS9 that I have, it's got an optic plate under the optic. I'm not a fan of that, but whatever you must do. The only bad thing about this optic is it gets really dirty. I guess that's because it sets kind of forward, and when you fire the gun, that carbon just blows right back on it. I may look at other optics and see what I can do. Because this one also, if you look, it kind of rounds over the side, which isn't an issue. It just looks kind of funny, like it's a little bit bigger than what it should be. Keep in mind too, this gun is empty. No bullets. So if I happen to look back, I know it's empty. I know everything is empty. I've also put a Streamlight TLR 7X on this gun. A lot of your holsters that you buy out there are made for light bearing, meaning that you got to have a light on it to use the holster, which is fine for me because these suckers are bright. And I like to use a light down here to add a little bit of extra weight to keep down the muzzle flip. That is pretty much what I've done here. I did get an extra short mag well for it. What this does, it helps with faster reloads. Like when you're out, you drop the mag falls, you reach back, grab another one, slap it in there. This helps guide it in there to where it goes. This gun is by far not a factory handgun. This does not come out like this. This has to be done. Which, when I did it, it was the first time that I had done it. And it was fun time. It was fun time. Took me about an hour to do the spring kit. But in the end, it just makes the gun better. If you've got one that maybe the trigger pull feels a little stiff, like it's harder to pull, maybe you want to look into upgrading the springs in it or the trigger or something like that. That's the kind of work that I do. I can go inside the gun and outside the gun and work. I can make one look pretty, if that's what you're into, or I can make it functional where you're shooting every time and you're shooting fast as you can. I'm not to the level yet in my shooting to where I can shoot really fast. There are guys out there that are. There's a guy on YouTube. I think he's in Facebook as well. He goes by p320. That dude right there that guy's unreal. He's fast. But he says he sucks. I don't see it. Anyway, a lot of times you can find a holster, and I'll give you an example. One sec. This is my range belt. I didn't wear it in the last video because I didn't bring this gun. This is made to fit in here. Hold on. This is made to fit in here and lock in, meaning you can't pull it right back out. Basically, what you do is there's a little thumb button here. You jerk that and it releases the gun and you can shoot. It has a system on it called a QLS, which is a quick latch system. It's made by Safariland. I usually like to get holsters, and I'll show you what this does. What you do is you squeeze these little tabs here, and well, I done messed up. And the holster and all comes off. Just like this. On the back, you've got this little fork, and on the other end, you've got this little thingy here that receives the holster and everything right there. I've got a holster for my Mac DS9 that I think will work with that. It's made by Blackhawk. It's called the Omnivore. It's a universal holster, meaning it's designed to fit any gun with a certain light on it. This one is set to fit a Streamlight TLR 1 or 2, which is a bigger version of the light that I have here on my M18. I haven't looked at it yet to see if it's got the capability of going with the QLS. It looks like it is. It definitely seems like it does. So I'm going to be putting that fork on this holster here. That way, when I'm out at the range doing my thing, when I want to switch guns, I can just take the holster and everything off and put the next holster on and not have to worry about stopping and taking the holster off the belt and do all that. I just slip this holster off, slip this one on, and I've already got another piece that goes on there, one of these that'll go on there for that. So that's a good thing. That's a great thing. I love it. If there's anything you liked here, anything else you want to see, any ideas that you have, feel free to hit me up. I'm going to be starting the Facebook for Warner Tactical very soon. I was going to do it yesterday, but I didn't feel like getting into all that. So I'm going to go ahead and in this video today, tomorrow, and always, stay blessed, stay strapped, and if you need anything done, holler at your boy. Later, y'all.